Good morning, folks. Ann here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing, you new guys. I'll give you a quick Recap. I am approaching 68 years old. I was 70 pounds overweight at my highest weight. I started the low-carb diet, on March 22nd of this year. And for the first month, I was reducing my carbs. And this past month, I've been into ketosis. So I'm gradually switching over to a keto lifestyle. And my goal is to become a ketovore and possibly a carnivore. But we'll see how the ketovore goes, because I do like to have the little extras on the side. Like the not vegetables or anything, because I have diverticulitis and I don't do well with them anyway, so I'm not missing them. The only thing I will have is avocado. But I wanted to get started here. Now, I had showed this to you. I bought 3 bags because I thought that we were going to, I was going to go camping, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because of the rain. And I wanted to make sandwiches out of this. These do not have, they only have 3 carbs and I think 1 gram of fiber. And doesn't that eliminate one of the carbs if there's fiber in there? So these are something that I like. I make a sandwich out of them, or I'll even put it in the frying pan and I'll put some cheese on it and some pepperoni and I'll have a mini pizza. So I love these. These really make you think you're having a sandwich, and they're tasty too. I like these spicy ones. They have the plain ones too, and they're not bad either. But now I know I've been telling you guys that I've been having the whipping cream, but the whipping cream was so much more expensive, so I broke down and I started with the half and half. And the half and half is not bad. It's not bad at all. It has, let's see, 1 carbohydrate and 1 sugar. Now I eliminated my stevia, and I'm gonna try this for a while and see how that goes. That's not gonna raise my sugar very much. Eggs, like I showed you in the last video, the organic. You can get these at Aldi's, and the prices are going down. If you need to know, I'll go over some of these prices. I'll edit and put the prices in there if I can. But these are brown eggs. They're organic. They're cage free. They're a good size. They're not bad. They're not the biggest egg you ever saw in your life, but they're not bad. I buy 2 of these at a time. And let's see here. Okay, so I am a lover of corned beef. I bought this right here. And this is going to make me, I'll have probably, back in the day, I probably could have really did a number on this thing. But I'll have about maybe 3 meals out of this corned beef. They have a nice selection. And I am going to put a little video on there that's going to show you this, some of the cold cuts in the store. I bought my chicken again. That's going to give me 3 meals. So that's 6 meals. Then I bought this pork. And this, I'm going to do most of my cooking in the slow cooker because I'm not a good cook, and this is going to come out so tasty. And do you see all that fat that's on there? You're going to love it if you buy one of these. Let's see. Okay, so they do have these packs of avocados, but I already opened it. I got 6 in this pack, and I think it was 3 and change. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but okay, that I buy the uncured bacon, and when I make this bacon, I take my kitchen scissors and I cut it right in half. And you can just cook a few at a time. And I've seen a trick where you can put the one side back on it, feed it right over here so you could save the rest. But I cook it all at once. This way I have it around a snack on. If you have you feel like you just want something to eat, having a piece of bacon is going to satisfy that. It's unbelievable how well that works. Plus hard-boiled eggs. So, because, we're used to having, we're not going to just like that get out of those whole old habits of wanting to reach for something. So here, So always have those kind of things on hand. Is beef skirt steak. Now, I'm just trying these things. So some of you that know about it, if you think that it's not worth it, or I could buy something better, please let me know. I'm open to suggestions. No, I'm just trying to go as, learn as I go, really. And of course, I bought hamburgers, and I used to like to buy the meats that were seasoned, and they were always so delicious. But I've started buying it plain because I don't know what's in those seasonings. I'll just season it myself, garlic and salt and pepper. Although I don't use much pepper anymore. And then I got this. And this I had last week, and I had it in the slow cooker, and I can't tell you. Somebody said, sear it on the frying pan first. And I did that, and then I put it in the slow cooker, and that fell apart, and that was the tastiest meat I ever had in my life. And what was the best thing about it was I cooked it. Because I eat food that other people make, and then I bought some organic ground beef. That'll also make a couple of hamburgers. Let's see, but somebody had mentioned, and thank you for letting me know about these chomps. Now, I haven't made it to Walmart to get any of these, but they happen to have these in Aldi's. And I think it was $2.39. Now, this replaces the Slim Jim. And I will put the ingredients up on the screen when I edit this and let you know what, this is better. It's better than the jerky. We all know the jerky is, this is zero sugar. The jerky is garbage. And I wanted to tell you this. This is the last thing that I wanted to mention to you folks. Now, when I make my hamburgers, I like to have pickles on the side or something. And, I never even thought for a minute that pickles would have sugar in it. And I usually get the dill pickle. So I bought this a couple of weeks ago. It's the bread and butter chips. And I knew I wasn't gonna have bread, so I thought this will be fine. And I went to look at this just recently. I wanted to see, for some reason, I was thinking, man, maybe there's sugar in it. But this little innocent bread and butter chips has 5 carbs and 5 total grams of sugar. Can you believe that? Now I eat about maybe 8 little pickles, and I don't like throwing things away, and I'm not tossing this right in the garbage. I'll eat like 2 or 3 until the bottle is gone, and I'll never buy them again. And then I wanted to know, well, I don't think dill pickles has sugar in it. So this is how we don't see things sometimes. So I asked Alexa here. She's probably listening to me now. And I asked her how many grams of sugar is in dill pickles, and she said it was 7. So I won't be buying pickles anymore. And there's hidden sugars and carbs and things that we never would have guessed. It's not. I'm just shocked about it. I thought, I guess I am once in a while having more carbs than I thought I was, because I thought I was well under 20. And so if you take a wrap and you take some of these one day, and God knows what else the sugar is hiding in. So I'm going to really start looking at everything from now on, even things that I never thought had sugar in it. But so I wanted to share that with you folks because, we're learning as we go. We're not experts. But I know we have some experts out there, and all your suggestions help all of us. So I appreciate all of them. So today is my 3rd day. I won't be walking today. I walk 2 days on, 1 day off. And I got to tell you, I'm very, very happy I don't have to walk today, because last night I was feeling it in my legs, and I need this day of rest. So I'll be good to go tomorrow if it's not raining. And if it is a downpour all day tomorrow, I'll just get on my little walker. I'll show you guys how my little walker helps me. But I hope everybody's doing well. I'm getting more subscribers, and I thank you so much. I'm up to 182 subscribers, and I love it. I love the likes that you're giving me, the comments that you're giving me, the encouragement, the suggestions. It just goes on and on. And I like when you tell me that I'm helping you because, I feel good when you tell me that. I really do feel good. It helps me. We're helping each other as we go along. But that's about it. That whole thing, and I know I spent more than I normally do, but if you see all that meat, folks, that's going to last me. I bet you that lasts me at least 2 weeks. So it might have cost a little more, but my bill was $142. But you know what? Even if it is a little pricier than buying all that garbage food, it's well worth it. We're worth it, folks. We're not spending a bunch of junk on money on, things that are not good for us. We're cutting down on buying all that stuff. This was really most of all the ingredients that I bought. I didn't buy any cakes or anything that are hidden over there that I'm not going to show you. No, I'm being honest, folks. This is mainly what I bought was what I just showed you. I might have missed something, but if I did, it wasn't anything that's unhealthy. Oh, I did buy the Irish butter again. I bought 2 sticks of the Irish butter, so I like to make sure I have that on hand too. It's healthier than the regular butter, so I buy the small package. I should have brought it over here so I could show you, but and it's pricier than the regular stuff, but we're worth it. We're so worth it. Anyway, let's see. So I'm gonna try. I'm on this computer, so I'll be able to edit easier than when I'm on my phone. So I'm going to try to put up some of the actual labels on some of the stuff. And like I said, I made some video clips and I took some pictures of when I was in the store, showing you the showcases of different food that Aldi's has in the freezers. And now you're going to see me scan over those very quick. And the reason I'm doing that is because you know as well as I do, most of that is not good for us. We don't need any of it. But the only reason I filmed it was because I wanted you to get an idea of what the store looks like for those that haven't been in there. Now I've been going to Aldi's. It's a smaller store to walk around. Walmart is so big I can't get through it. Although I bet I could now with all that walking I'm doing. And I might go over there. I actually get the urge sometimes to go over there and even, mosey around the store because honestly, God, folks, I feel like I can do that now. I didn't feel like that 2 months ago. And I hear that a lot of you are doing well too. I think it's just wonderful. I think we're on the way. We're on the way. And for those that are not into it yet, don't wait. Do it today if you haven't had your carbs already. If you had your carbs already, folks, you might as well wait till tomorrow if you're anything like me. Because once I started on a carb in the morning, then the day was finished. That's too much of a battle to try to fight when your blood sugar is spiked. You don't want to do that. You want to start your day with eggs and bacon or some kind of meat, ham or something like that. Or steak, leftover steak. You want to start and butter. You want to start your day like that. And don't be skimpy on it because that's going to fill you up. You're not going to be reaching for a snack at 10 o'clock in the morning, although I eat my breakfast at 10 o'clock in the morning because for those that don't know, I do my fasting from 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. and then I have my breakfast, which is the bacon and eggs, and then I have lunch from 1 to 2, which might be more eggs with a piece of meat, and then I have dinner. And lately I haven't needed more eggs, but if I felt like I did for the extra fat, I would certainly have that. but I don't feel like I need to snack. Now there is times that at 8 o'clock at night, 8:30 at night, I do feel a little bit hungry because I didn't get enough fat, or I wasn't, as full as I thought I was after I ate. And so I will get that little urge to have something to eat. So I'll have a couple of pieces of meat that I have left over from dinner or something. And I hate to eat that late, but if I'm feeling that way, the reason I do it is because I don't want to be hungry, because that'll interfere with my sleeping. I'll be waking up, my stomach will be growling, the noise will wake me up. But it does happen, and it still happened to me like that. But I'm staying in that ketosis. I'm not going much higher into it though. I'm still reading a 1.5 on those urine strips, and I don't know why that is. If I'm not, yeah, I know why that is. It's because of these hidden carbs that I'm eating that I'm not even aware of. I never dreamt that there were that many carbs in there and sugar. And folks, I know a lot of you have heard me before, but if you go to buy something and it just says that there's no sugar, or that no sugar added, and you look at the label and sure enough, there's no sugar in there, I'm buying this. Don't be deceived, because if it says there's carbs on there, that is sugar. And that's why we want to be on the low carb diet, so we could stabilize our sugar. And the carbs will spike your sugar. Sure as could be. It's sugar. As soon as the carbs enter your body, they turn into sugar. Now, I can't explain that scientifically, but I assure you that if you look it up, you're going to find that out. That is a fact, a proven scientific fact. Carbs are sugar. Now, we've been killing ourselves with that kind of stuff. So, anyway, enough ranting for today. I'm going to just relax today. I got some chores to do around the house, and I will see you all in the next video. And I want to thank you again for everything. You're making this so much easier for me. You really are. You don't know it, but you are. You're making it so much easier for me to do this diet. And that's why I recommend people make a YouTube channel. And if you don't want to do that, make yourself your own private journal. Take YouTube videos of yourself so you could see your progression. I see a slight change. I got a lot to go, but I think I see a slight change in my face, but my body still has problems. But I'll tell you what I know that I have, and that is the improvement in walking. And if that was the only thing I ever got out of this, folks, that I could get up and walk and not be in a wheelchair, then I am a blessed person. But I know there's going to be so much more than that. There's going to be so much more than that. But anyway, folks, you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. And thank you again so much. Bye.